homework, which was page 1 and 2. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And who needs their textbook, or who has gotten their textbook? Let's just go with the short list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it? Yeah, buddy.
All right. It's like $5.
Yeah, $5 over at Bare Necessities. Make sure you get it. If it's a financial burden, let your counselor know, and they will take care of you. And I will give you one of those. This is like all good this week. You want those? That's going to go this week.
All right.
Yeah, so it'll just be 1 and 2. So that's all I'm showing you. Cool. So that's just page 1 and 2. So the first pages. Okay, everyone else is good? All right. So, how did that homework go? Did it seem okay? It was easy? Is it on your desk right now? If it's on your desk, what I need you to do is take a look at the right-hand corner of that first page. I know I gave you a packet, so make sure you separate the first page from the rest of the packet because you're not turning the whole packet today. Does that make sense? So then make sure your name is at the right-hand corner of pages 1 and 2. You guys ready? Watch how easy this is. Just looks like that. So what I'm going to write on here is because you're absent. I just write that on top and get it down, turn it into me, okay? And then I'm going to do the same for you. Write that on top of yours. And so that'll, when that's done, turn it into me and you get full points. Cool? And welcome to Algebra. Oh, yeah. Go down to 3.5. I know. Oh.
I put it in the wrong binder. What are you talking about?
You know, first day of school, you're told 10,000 things. We're lucky to use
Usually
it.
I understand.
Although, Cupcake here didn't do follow directions. Separate. All right, let's take a look at those. Was there any questions? Was there any questions? Take a look. Yes, I understand you could find answers if you had the book. Any questions on there on order of operations? What do you think? Anything you want me to go over real quick? Even my new students on that page 1 and 2. Take a look. Let me know if there's anything you want to see. All right, well then I'm going to just kind of pick some. So problem number 12, double check what your work was, and I understand you might have been able to find the answer. So order of operations would suggest we do what first? Give them.
16 minus 5.
Yeah, so we want to take care of that right there. And so I'm just going to put up there, that's 11. Is that okay? What else what seems like what I should do next? Go ahead again.
Multiply that by 5.
Okay, so that's going to become 55. All right, so let's clean this up. So I'm going to have 55 minus 1 so far on top. Where should we go on bottom? Anybody else? Go ahead. Well, that's on top. What about on bottom? What should I do right here? 4 times 4. 4 times 4, because that's 4 squared, right? So that's 16 minus 7. And then we can just do the simple arithmetic on top. So 55 subtract 1 is 54. Agree?
Right.
And then 16 subtracting 7 is 9. And does 54 over 9 reduce to? 6. There's our answer. Okay? So again, we kind of walk through it slow. The hard thing in math, it's like, oh, I can do the whole thing in my head. That's amazing. But it's better if you kind of start writing it out a little bit, show a little bit of your thought process. Okay, so I already picked one, and I kind of started looking at it. But what about anything else on there? Look a little goofy. Between the first page, so from 1 to 20, you're just kind of solving it. What you're doing is you're combining like terms together. You're doing the arithmetic. On 13 through 20, you're plugging in with those numbers, and for the variables, what they are equal to, and doing the arithmetic. Everyone feel comfortable with that? So on the second page, so I want you to notice a big difference. So from problems 1 to 20, and then you flip over to 21 through 30. What one mathematical sign was just added to every one of those problems on the second page? What sign is that? Equal sign. So the equal sign means we're trying to figure out what the variable is indeed equal to. The other side said, hey, plug in, do the arithmetic, and you just get a number for an answer. And then this one's going to say, hey, we want to figure out that x is equal to some value. And we're going to put it all together. It doesn't have to be x. It could be any letter of the alphabet. Okay? So is there anything on 21 through 30 that looks a little goofy? I had a student ask me yesterday about number 30. I said, what gives? Why is the x on the wrong side? What do you think? Can I rewrite it to be this? Does that make sense? But I have negative x equals to 3. Well, if negative x is equal to 3, what does x have to equal then? Thoughts? Critical thinking. If negative x is equal to positive 3, I multiply both sides by negative 1. So this and this are going to cancel. That gives me the x. X is equal to, what is that? Shout out.
Negative 3.
Negative 3. Okay? So some people made that a little tougher than normal. You go ahead.
Do you mean 28?
You want 28? Sure.
No, I mean, do you mean 28?
You said 30 on the
Oh! Boy, I looked at you. You are absolutely right. Thank you. Good deal. Good deal. Is there anything else you want me to go over? You're just not sure. Don't be shy. Don't be like, oh man, if I ask, people are going to think that I'm not that smart kid. Don't be like that kid in school who, the first person who gets done reading, the kid who's still on the third paragraph, the 15 pages, like, I'm done too. It's like, well, where did Billy go? I don't know. Anything else? Yeah, go ahead.
24.
Number 24. Problem number 24 says x over negative 3 is equal to, is that negative 6? So we are dividing x by negative 3. So what is the opposite operation of division? Multiplication. So I'm going to multiply this side by negative 3. I'll multiply this side by negative 3. This and this cancel. A negative times a negative is positive. 6 times 3 is?
18.
Giddy up. That's what x is equal to. We've solved the problem. Anything else? Going once? Going twice? Sold to the kid who just pulled earwax out of his ear and wiped it on the kid in front of his shirt. You guys all looking around. Who was that? I'm just kidding. No one in your did that. All right. So, first thing on the agenda, make sure your name is at the top right-hand corner of just that singleton sheet. Do not pass that entire packet forward, just that singleton sheet. If you're absent, you have a couple days, make sure you take care of it the next couple days and get it to me when it's done. Cool. And then pass it on forward, please. Once it gets forward, make sure the name of everyone in your row is on their sheet. Okay? So, tonight, I would like you to work on page number 3. It's in the packet or it's in the book if you've gotten the book. So again, you'll need to get the book by Monday next week. And there's one thing I want to point out in the book for you. And it's kind of dorky, kind of geeky, but I am kind of silly like that. Our page 1 in our book, each at the beginning of each chapter is blue. And it's on blue cardstock. And at the beginning, it talks about, those two things on chapter 1. It says 2.3.c. It says Cherry Creek Academic Standards for Mathematics Standard 2, Patterns, Functions, and Algebraic Structures, Algebraic 1c, perform arithmetic operations on polynomials. Okay? And then 2.4.c.i, Cherry Creek Academic Standards for Mathematics Standard 2, Patterns, Functions, and Algebraic Structures, Algebra 1. Letter I, solve linear equations and inequalities in one variable, including equations with coefficients. So there's terms that you have always been indoctrinated with hearing as you were growing up. There was probably something out there called the Common Core. Well, what happened was all the states hijacked the Common Core because they were kind of okay, and we've changed them now to the the state stole them, and then we stole them from the state, and we have numbered where these standards are. So in chapter 1 of this class, we are hitting 2 of the 24 identified standards in Algebra 1. Okay? By the end of the school year, we should hit them all. Okay? But right now, this chapter is going to cover 2 of them. Okay? These 2 could be used in other chapters as well, but I just wanted to make you aware of it. So page 3 will be your homework. So what we want to do now is this. We are going to get a Chromebook. Don't go yet. Log into My Cherry Creek. Don't go yet. Creek, if I could spell. Okay. Find your Schoology. And then find CP Algebra 1 as your class. And you are going to take the pre-test. Okay? So Chromebooks are back there. Grab one. You have the remainder of the period. Page 3 will be due tomorrow.